recording. So an official welcome to the Conversation Cafe. I'm super pleased to welcome Dr. Irene Fehr as our guest. And Irene is a professor in the Department of Music at Concordia, and she's also very involved with Live Your Music. And we know her at the MFSC because she has led the drum circle in last academic year, or I don't know when. Time flies during COVID or melts or something. So, but very, very pleased to have you here and help us drum up joy for 2021, Irene.
Thank you so much, Ellie. What I'm really hoping to give everyone today is the idea that we are all life drummers, that we are all full of rhythm and we are all full of music, and also to give you some activities that you can either do in your home, with others in your home, or over Zoom, which brings me to Zoom audio. So I am going to invite you, if you are on a laptop or on a desktop, to please look at the bottom left-hand side of your screen where you see a little microphone icon. And if you want to just click on the little arrow button to the right of that icon, you will see a menu that will come up. Please select the first item that says Audio Settings. This opens up a whole screen. And so what I'm going to invite you to do, because we are going to be making music, is to, if you look down under microphone, you are going to see an option to suppress background noise. Please put that on low. Then you will see underneath music and professional audio, don't worry about all the buttons except one. Please click on Show in Meeting option to enable original sound. So if you click on that, that will allow your microphone the option to be on original sound, so we will be able to hear you better when we do some interactive things. And please make sure that you have clicked on echo cancellation. So now when you close up this window, you should see up on the top left-hand side of your screen a message that says, turn off original sound. If it says turn on original sound, please click on it. So now that it says turn off original sound, it will mean that you are on original sound and we'll be able to hear you well when we do a little bit of community stuff. Great. I'm going to ask you all to please put yourselves on mute. And what I'm going to invite you to do first is just to wiggle all 10 fingers. And all 10 fingers say, what am I doing here? I'm not a drummer. I'm not a trained musician. We're all musicians. So I want you to take all that chatter and I want you to pick it up like this and just inhale and release. Let it go. So we release expectation. And here's another one. Zoom, well, it's challenging to make music on Zoom. So you need to just have a really good sense of humor. So I want you to just pick it up and release it and let it go. What I'm hoping you have around you are some found sounds. So if you don't have musical instruments, found sounds can include a couple of categories. So the first one is your drum. Your drum is anything you can drum on with your hands. So that can be your legs. That can be your chest. Could be anything around you in the room. The other thing is a shaker. So I found my chickpeas. So I was able to just anything that's in a jar or a plastic container, anything that you can shake. It could be a thing of a little bottle of toothpicks, could be a bottle of vitamins, anything that you have. I love going around the house. I find the best shakers anywhere. Anything made of wood. That might be 2 pencils. It might be chopsticks. It might be wooden spoons. Anything that's made of wood. Finally, the coolest one is a melodic. So my favorite melodic, jars, glasses, tin cups. If you fill them with a little bit of water, it will actually change the pitch. But I have a glass too. So that's a glass of water. If I hold it, it's going to take away. So if I put it on my desk, it's actually better. And if you put 2, 3 different glasses of water, you'll get different sounds. So now we're covering the percussion family. We have drums, we have shakers, we have woods, we have melodics, and they're all over your house. That's the fun part. Now, the best drum that you have is yourself. And because we are on Zoom, I'm going to invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to stand up because, oh my gosh, we are sitting so much and our bodies are just thinking, oh no, not a chair again for another 8 hours. So as we stand up, we're just going to find this, and I'm just going to invite you to stretch, just look away from your screen for a moment. And I hope you are doing this quite regularly. We are full of rhythm. Let's find our internal pulse. So I'm just moving my view to gallery, which will not affect the recording, Ellie, but this way I get a chance to see everyone. But your view should stay on speaker, or you could choose to pin me for your recording so that we don't have our participants. I invite you to close your eyes and just bring your right hand right underneath your chin. And I want you to check in and see if you can find your pulse. Pulse is always there. Our pulse is steady. We walk steady. We are full of rhythm. With your other hand, tap your pulse in the air. Bring both hands to tap your pulse. And if we look at the screen, I'm in gallery view. So what I'm seeing is all of us with our individual pulses. We're all different. And that's beautiful. We each have our unique pulse. But now, if I bring my hands down to my legs, I'm going to suddenly bring my pulse to my legs. And I invite you to join me. If we were all in a circle right now, we'd be in pulse together, because that's what human beings want to do. We want to come together and train, be in sync. I invite you to step it. I love walking down the street and finding this. And now, keep stepping and start clapping. Make up your own. Now here's some fun hand things you could try. This one's called star. So if you flatten your palms, And then if you cup, compare them. Cup, star. Cup, star. Now, side. Shuffle. Michelle, would you share your hand-body percussion with us, please? We'll ask you to unmute.
Yes.
We join with Michelle. Yeah. And let's try a deeb. That was awesome, Michelle. Thank you so much. Woohoo!
I think Asfar might actually be in class.
Asfar went to class. That's okay.
He'll be back.
So the idea here is that if you pass this around and each person, we get to feel each person's personal groove. And it's just so much fun. Now, here is what I love the best with this. Self-massage with rhythm. Find those tired shoulders. So not only do you get to drum, but you get to release your muscle tension. And now, bring that into a faster rumble. And this is a game I really, really, really love. So if you're comfortable, I'm going to invite you to leave your camera on, only if you're comfortable. And I'm going to ask Ellie to put us onto gallery view. So Ellie, if you would bring us onto gallery view, please, or unpin me.
I did, and I think you all have to change it yourself because each of your views are different.
Thank you. So now we're on gallery view. So if you are comfortable leaving your camera on, this is great. So now looking at everyone's names, this is the whole idea. So this is Rumble Firecracker. So let's practice this first. So with your hands, you're making like a little rumble beat on your legs. And then all of a sudden you're making a big explosive sound. So it could be a, okay, so try that. Just do a big explosive sound. Now, if you've got one of your instruments, you can actually even do a rumble with one of your instruments. So I'm going to take my wood. So I'm going to do a little rumble with my pencils. And then all of a sudden I can do a big sort of explosive like that. If you have a drum, you can do a rumble on your drum as well. So we could try that with our drums. So let's first try, go with whatever you want to rumble on. Go with whatever you want to rumble on. So you might be sitting, you might be standing. So I want you to get comfortable in your quiet rumbling. And choose what instrument you like best. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sit and I'm going to get my little drum. So this is great. So with a rumbling, it's like a little tiny rumble. So now I'm going to do a big explosive sound. And then I would pass it to the next person, and I'm going to call out their name while I make the explosive sound. So that person is going to answer back with an explosive sound. And then that person is going to choose another person to give an explosive sound. So this is Rumble Firecracker. So now get ready. It's going to be a little bit crazy because I'm going to ask you all to unmute who are taking part. So unmute. So this way we're all ready and you're rumbling quietly. Now get ready because I'm going to do a big pop and then I'm going to invite someone. Get ready. Ellie.
Michelle.
Ashley.
The end.
Mark.
John, Aaron.
Paula.
You want to pass it to Paula?
Aaron. Yeah.
Luciana.
Paula.
Annie.
Ashley.
Michelle.
Irene.
Yeah. Woohoo. So now I'm going to ask you all to mute. And so we're coming back. So this is the idea. How do we connect? How do we find games online so we can connect? So I love this idea of just exploring. So now I had asked you all to find some found sounds, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be fun to share our found sounds? So 3, 2, 1. So let's show off each our shakers. So I'm going to show off my shaker and demo it, and then I'm going to call on someone else to show off their shaker and demo their shaker. Luciana.
You're on mute.
I don't have a shaker, but I will drum instead. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine.
Michelle. Ellie.
And what's really fun, let's mirror in movement the shaker demonstrator.
That's really scary. So I have a little box that has a nail and a dime in it, and it's been sitting on my desk for a year, and I found it this morning and thought I should take it away, and now it's my shaker.
Perfect! Yay!
Aaron.
Sorry. Ashley.
Nice.
Luciana.
Diane.
Asfar.
I think he's in class.
I think he's in class. And what we're going to do is for those who are don't have their cameras on for their comfort, well, we can hear you and we can imagine what you would be moving like. So, Mark, do you have a shaker?
I have a spiral notebook.
Ooh.
I guess I'll pass to. Did Xian go?
Yes,
Okay,
Deanne
so back
did
to
go.
Irene.
Yeah. So now, if you've got a glass of water near you and you find anything, so now I'm going to have you move with me.
Annie, I haven't done the shaker.
Hmm?
No.
Everyone okay? Can you hear me okay? I see a hand up.
Oh, Paula.
Perfect. Here we go.
Paula didn't have her turn.
Oh, you didn't have your turn.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
no.
haven't done the shaker.
Pardon?
I was waiting for it.
Oh,
I was waiting
no,
for
I'm
my turn of
sorry.
shit.
Go ahead, Paula. Take it away. Yeah, woohoo. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. So now, any glass on a melodic? Ashley.
Aaron.
Luciana.
Paula.
Nice.
Michelle.
Diane. Je sais pas. Irène.
Super. Thank you so much. If you've got something in wood. Michelle.
Ashley.
I have an easel. Ellie.
Love it.
Luciana.
Michelle.
Aaron.
I love being on Zoom because we never know what's going to happen.
Mark.
My poor self. Irene.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much. So the idea of passing a sound. So what if we were doing sound volleyball? So if I were to do just one sound and go, Ellie.
John, Aaron.
Luciana.
One sound. So it's like hitting a volleyball. Boom.
It's not a big sound. Maybe I should.
It's perfect.
Ashley?
Paula.
Michelle.
Diane. Ellie.
Irene.
Luciana.
Paula.
Might be easier if we all stay off mute. So if we all leave our sound on, it might be easier for us to bounce back and forth.
Yeah. Everybody open.
Hi, Sai. Welcome.
Sai, great to see you. We're doing one sound volleyball. So get anything that you can have. So Paula, go ahead. Who do you want to pass it to?
Ashley.
That didn't work. What am I, wait, is it one sound again?
Yeah, so the idea is to, it's almost like, I call it sound drum volleyball. So it's kind of like this. Sai.
Ashley again.
Michelle.
Diane. Luciana.
Paula.
Jan.
John.
Mark.
Bam. Luciana.
Ellie.
Sai.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's not here as
Oh, he's in class.
Oh, okay.
So you get to do another sound and pass it to someone else.
Dan. Dan. I think it's
Deanne.
Deanne.
Michelle. Irene.
Join me on mute. So finding our own rhythm now. Now this is going to be a little bit messy because it's Zoom, but hey, let's just have fun. So see if you can leave a lot of space. See if you can find a repeated pattern and leave a lot of space. Keep feeling that pulse in your body. last man standing. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to gradually mute as we hear this thin out, this texture. So yes, synchronous music is not easy to make together online because of internet latency. But the idea for us at Live Your Music at Concordia is this whole idea of self-expression, connection, back and forth, just playing back and forth. But what I would love to do is spend the last about 5 minutes just allowing you to play along. So there's a wonderful, I'll invite you to stay on mute. This is a wonderful recording by Arthur Hull, who is probably one of the top known drum circle. And I actually, what I love to do is I use the word community rhythm facilitator. This idea that we could close our eyes and imagine that we are actually back in a drum circle. So what I'm going to invite you to do is take anything around you that you want to add in, and we're just going to drop into a little bit of rhythm. I know we will be not together in sound, but we will sense each other moving and enjoying and drumming along to this. So it's the drum call. Here we go. Get ready as we speed up. I'm going to invite you to unmute. We're going to go into a rumble. You ready? We're going to go into a major rumble as you unmute. Here we go. Big rumble all together, unmuted. Add your voice in. Just a nice big woo! So, I'll just turn off Arthur. And I always love to just ask people, you know, there's this feeling if you just pop into the chat bar, just how are you feeling now in one word? Energized. Good. I love all the O's. Full. Love that. Energized. The importance, smiling inside and out. Oh, I love it, Ellie. That's beautiful. Rhythmic. Yep. I'm feeling that way too. And boy, is it ever grounding. I love it. And Ashley had energized. So for me, when we come together in all of our group sessions, what always stands for me is this idea of how music changes us internally. How it changes our brain, how it changes the way we feel. And so when we're engaged in music, creative play, just movement and togetherness, numinous experience, being a part of something greater than ourselves, it changes us, it transforms us. And so this idea of even if we're all this awkwardness, even if we're dealing with all this awkwardness that we can't all be in rhythm together, but just even seeing each other drum together and smiling, it connects us. It's this movement that brings us together. And with this, the great news is, thanks also with the help of Asfar, who has been a wonderful help, and Sai has also helped out with the Live Your Music at Concordia. You can continue this fun with us every Wednesday evening from 5:30 to 6:30 with Live Your Music at Concordia through the donation of a music alumnus. We've been able to continue running the program online. I am co-facilitating with some music students. Ellie has kindly posted up the Facebook page. So there is a Zoom link that you can register to join us for that. And Ellie has also posted up my website as well, which is Living Your Music. I am working on a couple of sessions. One of them is a super fun session. It's called Fill Your Home with Music, which I co-facilitate with my Music for People colleague who is based in Pennsylvania. Her name is Mary Knish, and a very lovely cellist and co-facilitator, Cleona Niedon, who is from Ireland, living in Switzerland right now. So with Fill Your Home with Music, we just create, we play with sound and word, and we paint and we draw pictures, and we just have a wonderful time. And this is what it's all about. It's all about just coming together in connecting. So what I love to end these with, since we're in a rumble, and I'll just be super fast about this, I want you to give one rumble to your, so we're going to unmute in a second. We're going to do these. So one rumble to yourself for taking the time to be here. The second rumble to everybody in the group. And the third rumble, you're going to face an open door or a window, and you are going to spread this beautiful energy with the rest of the world. So unmute yourselves. So a rumble to yourself for being here. rumble for the group. Woohoo! And finally, look at an open window, a door, anything that is facing somewhere that's going to flow into the world. Let's send this wonderful energy out into the world. So rumble out to the world. And thank you so much. And I will pass it back to Ellie.
Wow. Thank you so much, Irene. That was a fantastic rumble sound improvisation, kind of weird and totally awesome. And what I appreciated, it's kind of funny I talk now, because what I appreciate is so much is a Zoom with less talking, because we spend so much time in word space, and to have it in heart space, body space, and sound space is just wonderful. A huge thank you to you, Irene, for everything you've given today, but also the other programs you're running, and they are in the chat. If you can't download them, you can contact me, and also a particular thank you for working with us over the years. So it's been a real gift to us. So thank you. And before we close, I just want to advertise next week's Conversation Cafe, because it's similar but different. It's still on the theme of music, which just happens to be that way. It's called Music of the Soul, and we're going to have a musician, Eleuthera Diacona Lippard. I think I got the name right. Eleuthera, I know, is the first name. She's a musician, and she's actually going to play some of her songs, her own compositions, and then talk about it.
I know Eleuthera. She's a music from our Department of Music. Wonderful.
So I just talked to her, and it was so inspiring. So it's going to be a mix of words and reflection and just touching the soul. So same place, same link. 2 o'clock next week. It's for the Concordia community, but if any of you others want to from the larger community want to join us, please do. And then we have other more coming up. The week after is Word Interface Harmony Week, and we're going to have a guest reflect on that. But I hope this inspired you as much as it inspired me, and you find ways to connect with each other, with words, with sound, with just feeling connected. It is amazing how very real community we can build very real community in virtual ways. So I want to just end on one more big bang, and then we'll finish off with that. So can we do that?
Hey, that sounds great, Ellie.
Okay, and then we'll all sign off. Okay, yay!